Good evening and welcome to Grid Miner, a brand new game that will be coming out on the 3rd of May into early access on Steam. Grid Miner is a real-time strategy puzzle game where you mine asteroids and gather resources in order to increase your space station. It has a story, it has some levels, it looks quite fun, so why don't we jump in and give it a go. I just want to say very thank you to James for providing me the key for this from Kyroscope Games, so we can give it a go and I can show you what's what and how we do things. So let's jump into the tutorial and I'll give it a brief go and show you what's happening with it. So, welcome, I'm Roman, the STHedgehog. My job is to assist you in your activities. Your task is to expand the company's mining operations. You have to build modules to expand the stations to gather resources in the area. The game is pretty straightforward, very easy to play. It's all got modules and the key system going on here, so let's go through here, and yeah, it's all pretty straightforward. You have your objectives in the top right corner. You've got the things that you currently have in the top left corner, and what you can build over here on the left hand side. And basically, you have to build what they want in order to mine the asteroids. Now, in this tutorial, we obviously don't have any asteroids. We just need to connect the power up to the main power plant. So we're going to grab our tube, and you can rotate it with R, and it all fits onto a grid, and just bomb. Yeah, we produce the energy, job done. Nice and easy. Tutorials are really simple. Now we've unlocked a corner tube. No, I've done the tutorial. No, don't need that. So this is sort of the core of the game of how things work here. We have to gather minerals. We have to gather 500 minerals from here. And these asteroids here provide minerals for us. There are two different types of asteroids. Ones that provide minerals and ones that provide water. Water is mainly used to build power, and minerals are used for metal. You see up here we've got 1 of 600. So what we need to do is connect the main station to these tractor beams here. The tractor beams will then push the ore into the mini crusher here. However, you have to be very careful because not so much gravity, but momentum is a thing. If you push the ore this way, it will go that way. If you push it this way, it will come this way, and it will not fly into the places you want to go to. So, again, right now tutorial is dead easy, and we have to connect this up in order. Go around here, and there we go. And you'll see the tractor beams start running, start pushing the rocks into the crusher, and the crusher will gather all the stuff for us. Job done. Awesome. You see heavier rocks move slower than lighter rocks. Something to bear in mind, if heavy rocks crash into other rocks, they can explode and do weird things as well. So there's a lot to think about. It's a very simple concept, but becomes complicated quickly. And for complete mission, we get a tractor beam. Awesome. So now we get into the actual game here. So you're my new station architect. My name is Leonor. Be your supervisor. Okay. First time sees one. Talk to him if question. Yep, it's okay. Don't need to talk to him because I turned the tutorial. That's fine. So we have to get all the rocks into the crusher. Now you'll see there is a time limit up here. Each mission has tasks that you have to do. There are some which are required, like the gather ones, and there's some that are not required, like the time ones. If you beat it in the time, you get a bonus. If you don't, doesn't matter. So you can take your time. You can figure things out. You can do things. Then once you figure it out, you can come back, play again, and beat the timer. So what do we have to do here? Well, we have to... Actually, see, it's ticked, this is done, but we failed it. But it doesn't matter. Carry on. No pressure. The pressure is there purely for if you want to come back and try and be perfectionist. But that's not necessary. It's not always necessary. Now, we have unlocked the tractor beam. The tractor beam, as you can see here, pushes things around. You cannot place items in the world and then connect to them. You have to build off of what you have. So you've got to think along the lines of how going. So we want to put these in here. See, the tractor beam has a certain range as well. So if you put it here, it wouldn't push all the rocks. Put it there, it would. Put it there would be even better because that would definitely push into them. If I was to put it, say, here, it will push the rocks at the end into the rocks in front of it, which will cause them to explode and make them worth less minerals. So you kind of want to move all of them at once, so we want to put them here. So again, this is a very simple one. So we're going to go out by 2, and grab this here, press this here, right around. You can push the number 1 key to switch between the 2 here and the number 2 key to get those up on there. I always forget that's a thing that you can do. So we go 1, 2, and 3, and they will push. And here we go. Everything starts moving. I don't know if we're going to get some crashes going on here. There's some... oh! Good job, we're completely the trial run. Yeah, that's all crashing into things and doing stuff. Awesome. Okay. Boom. Power plant. Mineral silo. Tube T. Cool, cool, cool. Okie dokie. So here we go. Right. This time is a little more complicated, so I have to teach you some new concepts. Oh, okie dokie, Roman. There are 3 types of resources: metals, energy, and water. Available resources on the top left, yep, up here. And the quotas are up here in the top right. So we need to get 1500, and we need to get produce 40 energy. You can build power plants to expand the power stations. They are mineral silos for storing minerals and water reservoirs for storing water. Okie dokie. Right. So, but on. We don't have any water on this map, so we don't have to worry about that. The power plants require 75 resources to build, so you're using resources, so you might have to gather a bit more than you do, than you would originally have. However, there is no connection on the end of them. So if I built one there, I would not be able to build off the end of it. It becomes it blocks that port off there. And you only have so many ports around your station you can build in. Giant rocks like these ones are unmovable. You cannot move them at all, so you have to work around them. So you could easily put a power plant there and a power plant there, but then how would you get the line out here to get to these, to push them in there? So we need to push all these rocks into here. So you got to think a bit more carefully about it. So let's use our T, and we put it facing this way. It's kind of difficult to see. Let's move the camera around. This. So we're putting the T facing downwards here. So I'll put 2 of those in. Might as well change to this single one here. Boom. Let's stick another T junction in. That. Go around the corner in a straight piece. And then what we can do is we can put power plants in here and here. Boom. There you go. That produces enough power for us. And the great thing about producing enough power is once you've produced it, yes, these do use the power, but it doesn't drop down the power usage. So, it does drop down the power usage there, but your produced energy is high enough. You are producing 45 out of 40. It's how much you. It's the second number there is what you have to aim for. Now, I need to put in some mineral plants, or what happened there would have happened. And that did catch me out first time I played this, actually. I should have probably pointed out beforehand. Go away. Because I didn't put the mineral silo down, all of those would have gone into the crusher, been destroyed, but we wouldn't have got the minerals for it because we didn't have enough storage. So that did catch me out first time round. I just picked it up there right at the end of it, so bear that in mind. You have to build the storage first. But storages costs resources to build, so you have to be careful. Whether you're spending resources or what. Okay, a more complicated one here, but still doable. The timer sort of starts straight away, so you're kind of at it, but as I said, it doesn't particularly matter, so take your time, have a look around, figure it out. Once you've figured out the plan, come back, do it again. Don't worry about the timer. So we need to gather 5,000 resources, and we can only store 3,500. So we're definitely going to need more mineral silos. Now, mineral silos do have connections all around them. You can see the little, if I turn this way, you can see the yellow lines. It's a bit difficult to see, but the yellow lines basically mean that it can turn anywhere. So we could put them behind here, and we could expand up our minerals straight away. But if we spend them on these, because these do cost resources to build, it doesn't tell you how much. Oh, it does. There you go, 100. I always miss that. Oh, I think that's when I was mousing over those. Yeah, the mousing over that one. But mineral silo 100. So if you spend too many of them and then can't afford a tractor beam, for instance, you can't get any resources back, so you've got to sell things. So you've got to think carefully and strategically as to how you're doing things. So we need another one of those, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put in a tractor beam here. Boop. And boop and boop. You know what, we'll do all 3. There we go, and that can push into there. That will gather enough resources for us. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, you can see the larger rocks are moving slower. They get hit by the smaller rocks and bashed into. If you have a small rock bash into a large one at speed, it will break apart. And it may not be worth as much when it breaks apart. Also, it can spread. It can break apart and shoot off in different directions, which is not ideal. You don't want that. Okay, so that's going to be another 400 for us, because these are 200 go, I believe. Them 2, 4, bomb. So we have stored 4,500 and 500, because I didn't build enough. So see, we lost some resources there. So I've got to build more of these. So let's build 2 more of these. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Okay, awesome. So now we need to get these rocks into here, and this is where it becomes interesting. Now, we don't have any power first, so let's build some power. That's going to spend some more resources. Bomb, bomb, bomb. And now we need to get even more. So we want to come off here and push the rocks this way. Now, you've got to be careful. You can do things like this. You can't turn buildings off. There's no power for them, but you can put them down and destroy them straight away. Now, if we drop that there and then use the destroy one to destroy it, boom, there you go. It started everything moving very, very gently. Okay. And then they get hit by here and they get pushed along, but it's still moving this way. If I was to leave that there and just have it pushing permanently, it would actually push the rocks through and probably out the other side. I'm not too sure. But this is sort of the way you want to go. So we're going to kind of turn into here. Get some more resources. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see how the tractor beams work? Once something is in motion, it will stay in motion. This is not thick, goopy space like many sci-fi shows do. This is actual realistic space where gravity just... when you put a force onto an object, it moves. It goes. Awesome. We completed that level, and we've unlocked some new things, which is an alternate colour palette, because there are alternate colour palettes. Right now, we're orange. We can use this. Boom. It turns green. There are 4 different palettes to unlock at the moment. There's plenty more to come. So you can play through the game and then do it, and then go back and play different ones. There's orange, purple, green, and I want to say pink, magenta. I think. Boom. So there you go. And now, here we go. Here is the last one. And we'll do this last one here. And I don't want to spoil the whole game for you, so we'll do this last one, and I'll show you what's on here. So we have here blue rocks. And the blue rocks are water. And we need water for doing things. So we have to gather 750 water, build a crusher, and gather 1,200 minerals. Now, first and foremost, we don't have enough mineral storage, so let's fix that. Let's build some mineral storage out here. There we go. We've also unlocked the water reservoir. Now, the reservoir is the same as a mineral storage. It stores water, but it only has one connection point. It doesn't flow through. So if you put it on the end of something, it will be stuck there. If I put it on the end there, it will be that. That'll be it. It won't be able to build out behind it at all. Luckily, we don't need to do that. We need 750 water, and we have 1,000 stored already because we have this tank here. There is a different machine as well. You have the water collector, which water collector, as it says there, crushes water asteroids and produces water resources. If you put normal asteroids into it, it does nothing. There is another one later on that does both, but they explain it as they go. So okay. So we need to first and foremost get this water here. Well, that's going to be easy for us. Let's do 4, 5. Bonk. There you go. The timer went by. Timer's not important. Doesn't matter. Bonk. And then we'll do won't do T-junctions because the tractor beams have pass-throughs on them. See, they pass through on the side. They also pass through on the back. So either side, just not the front. So we can go bump, bump, and that'll push all the water into here. And now, this is what I meant by, if things don't see, some of the small rocks get exploding, which means they're being destroyed, and we are not actually gathering them as resources. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you're just going to have, it's just going to happen that way. There's not much you can do about it. So you're kind of stuck with it. Now, this is done. So rather than build a power plant, what we can do is destroy these and save the power, and we get the power back. You can also destroy all this here, all the way back, get all the resources back for that as well. You don't get all the resources back, you get some of the resources back. So then we need to go over here. So we have a crusher, and the crusher is the big thing that causes things like that. Here we go. See, we've got a little rock flying by. That must have missed the entrance to this because it got knocked off and it's just flown through and gone by. You don't have to worry about it crashing and destroying anything. It doesn't actually break your station. It will just fly through. But But that's gone now. That's gone. We can't get that anymore. So if you needed one little bit more water, it's gone. You've got to restart. Try again. I'm going to put the crusher here. Boom. And the crusher will happily munch on everything going on there. Now, the crusher cost water. It cost 200 water. So now we're down to 800. If we went below 800, we would have lost the mission because we need to hold 750. So now we need to come out here and push all the rocks into there. That's easy. 1, 2, 3. Remember to go one gap further than you need to go, because the actual tractor beams themselves, you can put them on that edge there, but I tend to go. Oh no, sorry, I'm mixing my things up. That's a future thing. Spoilers. Oh no. But go one gap forward. Just take my word for it. Go one gap forward. Put one down, and we don't have enough energy. Oh no, we need to build some more energy. So let's put one of those down there. Yep. You could have, if you didn't want to put energy down there, you could have happily just destroyed this and then put an extension in, then moved it along one, and you could deal with the thing you've got. Now this looks as if we're going to lose some of these resources here. Oh no, it did go in. It did go in. The big one did go in. I thought it might skip past, which would have been awkward, but there we go. Job done. Job complete. Boom, boom. We should unlock some new things here. Oh, the water collector and the magnet. Now I'm going to let you figure what that does on its own. It says push minerals, but it works differently to a tractor beam. Very, very differently to a tractor beam. So, but we'll leave this here because I don't want to spoil the whole game for you. So yes, that was a little sneak peek at Gridminder from a Gyroscope. It will be available on Steam in early access on May the 3rd. It's currently got 10 levels, 4 different paint jobs for your vehicles there, and a lot of fun. Some of the missions are actually a little bit more tricky than you would think, and you definitely have to go back and play them 2 or 3 times to get that time bonus on there. So I've had a lot of fun with it, and I hope you certainly will as well. Again, thank you very much, James, for sending me the code. I can give this a little review right here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, have fun.